With the word handicapped, it's just limiting.
Warman counselor Tracy Johnson is also a mom, teacher, and Hall of Fame athlete. In 1993, her leg was amputated after a basketball accident caused a major injury. She continued playing college basketball with an artificial leg and became an advocate for people with disabilities and equal access. Earlier this year, she convinced fellow counselors to pass a bylaw deleting the word handicapped from parking signs in Warman.
It's offensive in that it defines me, and I shouldn't be defined by a label.
Not to be offensive or anything, but you're missing a leg. You are handicapped. Now, is she defined by her handicap? No. Apparently she's a Hall of Famer, she was a teacher, she's a parent. So, she's had a really rich life. My way of saying, she didn't let her disability define her.
So it doesn't empower, and it doesn't make one feel very good. I have a physical disability, but I'm more than able to do what others can do. Sometimes it takes me a little bit longer, and there are going to be some things, but I just find it limiting. Like, it's just not an empowering word.
It's not an empowering word, so your feelings are hurt.
The signs will now display a symbol of a person in a wheelchair or use the word accessible.
Isn't wheelchair accessible similar to being handicapped, or handicap wording, just more confusing?
Or belittling at all, but just to educate and inform, and I had no backlash at all.
One accessibility advocate applauds her work.
So I would say it's a positive move forward. I would just ask, and where do we go from here?
And where do we go from here? It sounds like everything is fine the way it is, you're just looking for things to be upset about. Just saying, this guy looks high. Because in my opinion, a handicap sign saying handicap parking is not offensive. Because if you're missing a limb, I hate to break it to you, but you are handicapped. When I think of the fact that they changed all these signs, how much did that cost? Seriously. Hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands? How much? And for what? Because it wasn't empowering. There are homeless Canadian citizens on the street. That kind of money could have been used to get them a meal or some kind of shelter.
And how does it impact further municipal policy when it comes to disabled folks in these centers like Warman?
Johnson agrees there's more work to do. She's hoping the entire province will adopt Warman's approach. She plans to talk more with local and provincial government leaders in the coming weeks. Jason Warwick, CBC News, Saskatoon.
So yeah, she wants the whole province to follow suit. How many millions will that be? Well, anyway, I saw that video on one of my browsers. I thought it was asinine because, again, you could use that money to help the homeless people. So, anyway, take care out there in Clown World.